Hello Flosstube, welcome back to Justsewsherrie, or welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram as well if you want to follow me over there. Well, it's been a minute. Hello, welcome back. I've missed you. I've missed you. I seem to enjoy the weekly ones. I get into like a bit of a routine. So yeah, I'm probably going to keep the weekly up for a little while and we'll just see how it goes. Life will get lifey, no doubt, at some point, and that may change, but for the moment I'm happy doing it weekly. I think there's been a bit of a dip in views since I went to the slightly shorter ones, but I've got to do what suits me, and there's an awful lot of you still happy with the weekly, so I'll continue doing that. So where am I? It is, oh gosh, it is midday, quite literally. Very late for me, but that's because it's Friday, it's not Saturday. It is Friday the 2nd of August. I'm looking at my book of days and I haven't got, yeah, it's the 2nd. I've got stickers and things, I'll show you. I've got stickers and things over where the dates are, where the actual dates, so I can't see. Didn't think that one through, did I? Well done, Sherrie. Right, Bina. I've got a Justsewsherrie. And so this week, I've got an agenda again. I'm totally professional. I'm thinking about doing tutorials on how to do YouTubes, professional YouTubes, because I'm just legendary for my professionalness. Anyway, moving on. So, I have got some business first. I've got Justsewsherrie. I have got 2 finishes. I've got 1 new start. I've got my whips. We're going to talk about the retreat, of course, the big stitch. Gifts that I was actually given by other people, and gifts that I treated myself to. And then I've got the giveaway, so I've got the results of 2 giveaways, I think. Which leads me to my business before I go any further. I think I have missed a giveaway. If one of you out there relatively recently has not received your giveaway, will you please get in touch and tell me who it was and what it was? I feel like I've missed one and I can't find it. And I've had a little look back through my YouTubes and I can't work it out, but I'm pretty sure I've missed somebody. So please get in touch and just say, Sherrie, this is the kit you asked me to give, and this was what I was meant to have won. And then I can go backwards and double check and make sure that everybody else is up to date as well. So please get in touch. I would hate to think somebody's going, she hasn't even done it. Well, I haven't done it. Well, maybe I haven't done it. I don't think I've done it. Let's move on. I'm sorry. To whoever it is, I'm sorry. So, this week's Justsewsherrie comes courtesy of the big stitch. And there were a few. I might talk about some of them as I go along. But the one I've chosen involves another Flosstuber, another UK Flosstuber, who's a lovely, lovely girl. And she is Flossabilities. So it's Lauren who does Flossabilities. And I was sitting with her and her mum, Mama Floss, on my table. And then, to be fair, it was their table, because they said, Spessy, come on. And I was like, I'm coming. So, that was really, really lovely to sit with that. Anyway, I'll get to that when I get to the retreat. We're both vapors, and that was how we met a year ago at the Floss Friends retreat. We were outside, sitting chewing the cud, as you were. Lauren, I'm not saying you're a cow. Sorry, I'm not. It's just a phrase. So yeah, we were sitting outside chatting about things. So anyway, it was so lovely to see her again. So we kept going out. They had the back doors. So it was in like a big, almost like a warehouse type thing. So really high ceilings and fire doors at the back. Sort of place you'd have a concert or something like that. So I had all these fire doors at the back, and they'd said we could go out if we were smokers or vapors. So we went outside a few times, and then it was in the afternoon of the Saturday, and I went out. And Lauren, it was just Lauren out there, and I said, "Oh, hello, you all right?" And she went, "What have you done?" And I went, "What?" She says, "You've kicked the rock." The rock holding the fire exit open was no longer holding the fire exit open. It was shut. And these are fire doors, you can't get back in them. So yeah, and the best of it is we couldn't knock on it because the lady had just started her, because I thought, oh, I'll nip out. There was a lady going to do a blackwork talk, and she was literally just getting up, and she'd started her talk, so we couldn't flip in. Bang on the door, let us in, we're locked out, help! Poor Lord, she just looked at me like, "This is your life?" And I'm like, yeah, this is my life. And we were penned in. There was barriers keeping us in this little square that we were obviously allowed to go out, but we couldn't get out. And then after, it must have been about 10 or 15 minutes where we were just chatting anyway, and then keep sort of looking at the door and going, "Oh God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And luckily, Andrea, who's Stitchy science technician, who's one of the organisers of Big Stitch, her mum came out one of the back doors where the vendor's hole was, and and I was like, "Help! We're stuck!" So Chris, Andrea's mum, had to come and save us and help us get out the pen so that we could go in. And of course we had to go in the vendor door, didn't we? Straight into the shopping hall. Blackwork talk, completely forgotten. Shopping, Sherrie, that was it. And the best of it is I didn't even have any money with us or anything, so I was just going around piling things up and saying, "Can I just leave it there? I've got back with my purse." So yeah, that was... There were more than that, but that is what I chose as this week's Justsewsherrie. And while I'm on about it, Lauren has just released, I don't know if she's released it, but if you check out her Instagram, Flossabilities, she's got a new pattern coming out, her and her brother, and it is to die for. And I know Rachel online, is she online Talking Dog Stitchery? I always get it wrong. If you put in Talking Dog Stitchery, you'll get there. She is selling. She is selling even Lauren's patterns in hard copy, so in paper. Rachel's doing those, and of course Lauren does her own PDFs on her Etsy. Gosh, that's a bit taut. That means a little bit sour for anybody who doesn't know. So, yes, that is just this week's Justsewsherrie. Have I told you what I've got? This is my, and I'm not even going to hold fingers up because God knows what will happen. This is my 7th or 8th start again. We're now at 8 minutes. I ain't going back. So I've got 2 finishes, 1 new start, some whips. I've got the retreat. I've got gifts that I was given from some very, very, very kind ladies, and some gifts that I bought myself. And then we've got the giveaways as well at the end. Giveaways, as a heads up, because I got so in a muddle with what I've had, what I've sent, what's happening this week, what's meant for next week. I just got totally in a muddle. What I've decided to do is, if I do a giveaway, I'm going to wait until that person's contacted me, or people, however many it is, and I've sent them out, because otherwise I'm just getting in a knot with them. So yes, you'll have to be on your marks to mean that I can do another giveaway, because I'll just hang on until that one's all done, and then we'll move forward. Because I'm not. It takes a while, you know. It takes a while. So, have I had 2 weeks of stitching? Why, not likely. Do you know how many stitches I put it in at the big stitch? Not a single small one. Definitely not a big one. Not a single one. So, I lost a chunk of time, I suppose, stitching last weekend, but it was very, very, very well spent. However, I have managed to get some finishes, and I've got all my other stuff. I've got piles. I mean, I don't mean I've got medical piles, I mean I've got piles of stuff. I shouldn't have said that, should I? I can't edit, and I'm not doing it. It's not happening. So, let's crack on. First finish. From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. Monthly Quakers, and that is August. And yes, it is now August the 2nd, and it hasn't been fully finished and put up. Now this one, I made a bit of a boob on it. I was stitching away quite happily. And there's only 3 colours in all of them. So I'd done this up here, and then I'd started this peachy one down here. And I picked it up about a week and a half ago, because I forgot to show you this last week, because I was so excited I'd found June. I forgot to show you how far on I was with August. And I looked at the peach and I thought, that's not the same colour. It's not the same colour. But it was along the same... It was the same colour, just a different shade or tone. Is there a difference between shade or tone? I don't know. So what I tried to do was, I carried on, because I'd done about this much of it by the time I realised. And this was one of those motifs where I was like, I'm not going back and unpicking it. I'm just not. I could have gone back and picked these 2, because they would have been easy to replace, I suppose. But I decided to just, oh, do you know what, just go with it. This wasn't my favourite one anyway, so it sounds awful, but I wasn't that bothered. I just wanted it done. So I decided to come over here with the peach, the light peach, and then I tried to balance it doing the dark peach, and I had the dark peach for the heart as well. So that is it finished. They were allegedly the called for, until I decided to insert my own shading, basically. So no, this definitely wasn't my favourite. I'm pleased to see it done. I didn't hate it, but I'm pleased to see it done. September, on we go. I haven't even got it out, you know, September. Should do. My other finish. I wonder if it's too strong. Not that it's taut, I think it's too strong. So the other one I finished, which I was hoping to get finished, was Dirty Annie's Bouquet. So that is finished. So the last time you saw it, I think I'd just started the legs and I'd done some of the border. So I finished the stars, finished the legs, and I decided, now I said I was going to see what I thought, if I was going to put this orange border in or not. I've got to the point now where I'm not going to do a whole amount of stitching if I don't think it adds anything to the piece, if that makes sense. So sort of background stitching or border stitching, I'm going to do what adds to the piece, in my opinion, only in my opinion. So I started putting a little bit of the orange, and it looked good. It did look good. So yes, it was more stitching, because I thought I was going to get away with not doing it, but it did look really good. It was needed to. I can't hold that arm up for some reason. This is lovely. I mean, the size of it is... I have me ruler. I'm going to tell you the size for why it is. Oh, I've got my glasses. There's a story about my glasses as well. But 9 inches by 3.5. So it's a decent size. It's not a tiny small. It's not you couldn't do it for a small's exchange. And this is on 36 36 count. Come on over here, Sherrie. Right. So I think if this was on 32 count and definitely on 28 count, I think it would look good in a frame. Now it's not meant to be a pillow finish, but they've finished it as a pillow, and that's what I was planning on doing with it, which I think I still am. But any bigger, I think it would look really good in a frame. And look at the shoes. Look at those bloody shoes. Now I've got boots like them. I'll bring them up later and show you when I have a little breather. Aren't they fab? And I've got another, I don't know if it's La-Di-Da. It's got the big long shoe with the big curl at the end. I've got that. So this, doing them, made me think, maybe I should do that boot. So I loved that. I loved that stitch. Very much so. They are my finishes. Ding-ling-ling-ling-ling. I did take Boocat because I didn't have much to finish by the time I got to the weekend. I only had like sort of halfway down the border, like along and halfway down the border, and the rest of his little shoes to do. And I kind of thought, you never know, I might get a finish at the big stitch that might. No way. No way. I have got a new start. This is a first for me. Three firsts, two firsts, definitely. Went to the Jingle Ball 2022 and I met two ladies, Patty from New York and Rita from Holland. And since then we've had a monthly Zoom. We spent a lot of time in the international room and there was just really us. There was another lady called Shona that used to join in the early days, but she's sort of dropped off. She's got things that she needs to do, and she's on another time zone. She's in Australia, so the time zone wasn't really working for her, and it was difficult for us to make it work for everybody. So anyway, I miss her, but so there's only the three of us now. But it was Patty's birthday. Don't worry, that was nothing witchy. That was, I've got me light. Trying to give us a little bit of extra light. And it's just run out of charge, so I'll need to get my fancy dandy, what do you call it, out? Adapter, you know, the one I was raving about. I'll have to get that out and get it plugged in. I'm probably looking a bit dark now. So it was her birthday. Now, she got me a voucher for my birthday from 123 Stitch. And one of the patterns I bought was this. Hands Across the Sea, Sarah Fletcher. And I saw this, Carol Saltbox Stitcher had done this, and I'm sure this is the one I saw on Instagram, and it was stunning. And I was like, I need that. It wasn't a want, it was a need. I need to have that. So I bought this, and this was, I'd had my eye on it for a while since I saw it on Carol's Instagram. And when Patty gave me a voucher, I thought, you know what, there was two things I'd been holding out for. This was one of them, and Teresa Corgett's Halloween book. So I got those two with my voucher that Patty sent. And I was chatting to her about it, and she went, oh, I've got that, like the Sarah Fletcher one. And she said it's been kitted up for a long time. So anyway, basically we decided to start it on her birthday. So that was the 31st of July. So happy birthday, Patty, for a couple of days ago. Hope you had a lovely day. And yes, I started Hands Across the Sea. So this is being done with, hang on, because I will need my glasses. Is it Justsewsherrie or 103s? Yeah, 103s. And I've never stitched with them before. So this is my start. I'm going to hold this side because for some reason I'm struggling with my arm on this side. Isn't that beautiful? It is absolutely beautiful. Let's just move this out of the way. Now I was starting it on. I've brought myself closer to the mic, so I better be careful not to shout at you. It was an Italian fabric that I got from Linda from the Sampler Guild. Can't remember what it's called. Is it permanent or something like that? Can't remember. And I was going to start it on that. And the day I started it, I was just, I don't know why, I was just getting in a knot with myself trying to start it. I couldn't get the tension right in the hoop because it's so fine. It just wasn't working for us. And I wouldn't care, I wanted to use silks with it because it needs something very light because it's such a dainty, almost a gauze sort of fabric. Anyway, it didn't work, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna stop and start again. I'd only done like the first little bit or something. So I pulled out one of my little favourites, me Winter Moon. So this is 36 count, sorry, Winter Moon by Zweigardt. I'm wondering to see if I can show you the threads. I'm wondering to see if I can show you. One of these days, you know, I'll learn how to use words properly. There we are. So it's Veris 403s. Beautiful. They are beautiful. You can barely feel it when you're sewing, stitching even. Do you know what? I started doing this, and you know what it reminded me of? Rosebush Sampler by Jacob, Modern Folk Embroidery. It reminded me of that, you know, and the colours are just so gentle, and I have to confess the fabric's right, in my opinion, but it's now the right fabric. To be fair, it was a similar colour, a little bit darker, but yeah. And it is in my new Liberty bag by Pauline Subby Bags on Instagram. Liberty fabric, beautiful. Remember, this was the feast your eyes on that bag. I was so excited when I got it. I'd love to go to the Liberty shop. I keep saying when I'm going to stitch in London, I might go for an extra day and go to Liberty when I'm there. I think I would need to take out a bank loan. I think my bank manager would just say, no, Sherrie, no, don't go, just don't go. I don't think you'd be impressed with us. Right, I'm going to go and find me charger for my light. Hang on, because I don't want to be in the dark. I've been on the dark side, it's not nice. I want to come back into the light. You know, I'm saying it's not nice on the dark side. It might not be nice, but it was good fun. I've come into the light now. I'm a very good girl. Most of the time. Okay, whips. So that's me. Finishes and new start. Let's crack on with these whips. And what I've done is I've been dead professional. I've got them all out ready to show you. So no stumbling through bags or anything else. Lace. My regulars will know is my patchwork calendar by Owl Forest Embroidery. And I was just sort of in the middle of this one about here. Well, it's a bit of a finish. It's a mini finish because I got it done. I need to, do you know, I've been for a physio. I haven't been for a physio. I've been to see a physio this morning. She made me do some stuff and I think it's just niggling my shoulder. So that is the one I've finished. The little pussycats. I did not expect this to be a finish when I next saw you. Because the ones I said I was going to do, of course I didn't do. And for some reason I picked this up and I got sort of to about here and I thought, I'm going to push through and see if I can get it done. So I am chuffed to have it done. So that is September. So we are getting there. I am now on the last row. I'll bring it in. You can't see that this one very well on here, can you? Let me stand up. Yeah, honestly, that woman made me do things. Like move and exercise. So, that is it. And this is done on 40 count ballet slippers by Fox and Rabbit, and it is with all the called for from Owl Forest embroidery. So you can see there as well, I've made a very small start, just basically to get my needle in, so that when I come back to stitch on it, I don't have to start with a counting, you know, like an actual new start. I mean, I will have to count obviously, but, and they're the called for threads. I'm ready to be done with this. These threads, I've said before and I'll say again, the quality is not great, but they were so expensive for shipping and stuff that I went with the cheaper threads. They're alright at first, but now it's starting, especially when you go from stitching with a Verissoise to these. It's challenging. Not challenging, it's just like, I'm ready to be done with it. But I love this. And I haven't mentioned for a while, but I saw it on Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher. She's doing it, but she's doing it on a lower count. And she was making each panel into a project bag. So I don't know if it was 28 count, because they were quite big, hers. It was sort of this big. But I'll feel a real sense of achievement when I've got this one finished. I kept saying I would look up when I started it, didn't I? And I still haven't. Looking over there because my yearbook from last year, because we have yearbooks here in the UK. Book of days. Your book of days. Okay, now this one, a little bit of a random kind of start. This was influenced by my friend the turtle. What have I done with it? I've got it out ready. See, I'm looking in the bloody thing because I'm so professional. I've got everything out ready now, and now I can't find anything. This is my friend the turtle. So Turtle Bay Stitches. She was on our little group chat and she was asking Rachel if she had Lady Halloween in, and Rachel does. Well, she did. And Sophie says, I've just come across it and I need it. And I said, well, I've got to start on that. I said, but I'm not doing this one. I said, have you seen the one in the back? She went, no. Showed her it. My God. So that is the version I'm doing. And this looks like the turtle. If you haven't met her, this is the turtle. This is what she looks like. So, talking about it, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it out and I'm going to make a little bit of an effort to do some more on it, because I'd only made a very poor start. So I have done some more. So the only bit I had done, I'd done the ABC and I'd done the bat, and that was pretty much it. I think I'd done a couple of these leaves, but I'd counted wrong, so I needed to frog them and start again. So I've done all of this, and this is on, surprise surprise, 36 count parchment. I didn't realise how much I've started on this parchment. So yeah, but I love this. And now I can see the colours coming into it. It's kind of, because I think when I'd just done a few bits of the black, I was thinking, I'm not convinced. But I was watching the Sable Stitchers, who, if anybody hasn't come across them, SABLE stands for Stash Acquired Beyond Life Expectancy. I mean, I'm expecting to live till I'm 500 and I still haven't got enough life. They only take the good young. I'll be here for a while. But anyway, Linny on there, she did it last year and I loved watching hers come to life. She did the red version as well. And the reason I chose to do the red version was, my theory was, if I had just the black version, show you again, that's like, for me, that's a Halloween stitch. Whereas that, to me, is autumn as well. So the theory was I can keep it up in terms of seasonal longer. I can have it up for, well, from September right through November, really, can't I? And I might even leave it up all year round. You never know. I will be leaving some of my witchy stuff up all year round. I'm just not sure what yet. Speaking of Halloween, my next one was one that was gifted to me by Historical Sampler Company, and it is their Halloween sale, and part 2 is now out. So this square was part 1, this square is part 2. So I was doing quite canny with it. And then of course I went away and I've not really picked it up this week. However, let me get this needle minder and the obligatory working thread out the way. Does anybody else always have working threads? Because I don't really see them on any other Flosstubers. But I always do. I always leave it in the middle of a, right, I'm done, and walk away, and that's it. Quite literally. So this is as far as I've got. So I pretty much got the first square all done. And I had started on the second, but I thought I was further on than I actually am. So I need to get cracking with that. I love this. It's just such a canny little stitch. It really is. And that little ghost. I love him. He's a proper little Casper ghost, isn't he? Yes. I'll do some of that. Do you know what? I'm going to stop saying, because when I've noticed when because sometimes I'll flick through a previous Flosstube to figure out where I've been, so what I've done sort of since then. And I've noticed that whenever I say, so, forward plans, I'm going to get this finished, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. I never touch any of them. None of them. I don't like being told what to do, even when it's by myself. That's just how it is. This little one went to market. Oh, I thought I'd lost my needle there. I haven't. This is the smallest of small starts. So I am doing, I wanted to do this, I was saying the other week. I love it. And I do want to do the full thing. But I want to do all of them. So what I decided to do, and this one I was drawn by the frame, and I've got a fabulous frame. I don't know what I've done with it. It was sitting in the bag actually. So I matched the stitch and the fabric to the frame. So I measured it and went onto my calculator. I use, is it Markup XP? I don't have a thingy, I literally just use their calculator. And I worked it out so that, and it said 36 count would fit in the frame that I had. So I'm just doing these little two, because I can't show you because it's just the pattern, but it's sitting on the back just as a pattern. So that was what gave me. So all I've done is a few more lines. This is turning into my work stitch. So I was down to about here, having frogged. It's not that hard. But when you're counting lines, how many? Don't know what I'd done. So I ended up having to frog half of it. And I've come right down. So I'm coming down to the bottom of these coattails. but that's just going to be a little. And this is being done on 36 count dirt glasses. Dirt Track by Fox and Rabbit. Must have used this for something else. I don't remember cutting such a small piece off, but I don't remember what I've stitched on it anyway for like that bit to be left. I'm not sure. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, what's next? What is next? Dirty Annie's. I'm writing Halloween, aren't I? Dirty Annie's Old Sanatorium. Old Salem Sanatorium. I think I was saying last week. I'll cover the thing because it's pattern on. But that is the place that is the old sanatorium. And it says you can stay in there for $99 a night. I would love to. But I know I would be hysterical. I know I would. And I'm quite witchy. I'm quite into that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think that would really freak me out. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I haven't got a working thread. Stop press. I've got a thread in the needle, but it's not in. So I'm obviously ready to go again. So even when. So basically I've done the, I think I've done the, finished the A, done the N-I-T. This won't take much finishing. But this became me after work stitch, me zone out stitch. And this is done on Primitive Hair, Crispy October, 30 count. It seems weird stitching on it because I really am drawn to the higher counts now. So this, I don't know. I've got to be careful I don't pull too tight. Turns out I'm quite a tight stitcher. I was a tight knitter as well when I used to knit. No, and I'm not a knitter. Don't, God no. I wasn't very good at it. Didn't really enjoy it. But I can't do it. But I used to get it wrong off my mum. You're doing it too tight. You can't move your needles. Gotta love your man, haven't you? Yeah, I do. Anyway, that's as far as I am. Established 1842 in Salem. Anybody up for a ghost hunt? I would love to do one. I really would. There's a big place around here called Chillingham Castle, and that's meant to be really haunted. And yet I watched a paranormal investigation thing. I don't know if it was most haunted, and they found very little. So there you go. Make of that what you will. Trucking along. And now, see, I've got them all out ready. I keep automatically going to hunt for things. Sophia Church, la-di-da. No, I can't sing. Wish I could, but I can't. And I love this. So on this, I think all I've done is I've done some more of the buds. I'm just, every time I pick it up, these little sort of, closer, the little sort of end of the buds, the sort of the rose colour, you can see I haven't done them sort of along here. So every time I pick it up, I do a thread's worth of buds, and then I do a little bit more. But this, and the colours aren't coming over as they really are. This is much warmer. And it is 36 count parchment. And yep, the working thread is there. It's beautiful. This is like a, I'll have a look and see what colour it is. Because it's like a terracotta. Terracotta? Yeah, I will need my glasses for this though, won't I? 356. Maybe you can see it better on there. That's all the threads. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. This is definitely getting framed. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Which is what that's not my catchphrase. That is very definitely Steph from Pam and Steph Just Keep Stitching. I love it so much. Mine is just that. Love it, love it, love it. Loving it like that. Okay. One of my favourite people in the whole wide world. I bet you can't guess. Michelle, Mama Loves You, JB. And of course I've got a story to tell about the weekend. Yeah. So this is A Burnhope, 1895, does that say? I'm trying to see it backward. Yeah. And I've done a little bit more. So I am doing it on 40 count antique white. So basically I have started coming down the way down here and I've put this in. Doesn't look like much, doesn't it not? But honestly, on 40 count, I feel like saying yes. If it was on 28 count, it would be massive and it would look like I've done loads. But it doesn't, because it's on 40 count. My friend Sarah of the 56 count, the 56 count bully. You know, I shouldn't use that word even in jest. But yeah, Sarah, who got me to do the 56 count, she's finished it. I will learn how to overlay photos and put a finish in, because it's fabulous. I've got until the 1st of October though, Sarah. Honest governor. So that is the A Burnhope. I'm really enjoying it. And Patty, my friend Patty, who had the birthday. I mean, everybody has a birthday, I would imagine. But Patty, who I was talking about, who had the birthday, she's bought this as well. She says, oh, I had to, when I saw it on yours, she was like, oh, I'm gonna get that. Second last one. It's been a fortnight, remember. Well, to be fair, oh, I didn't get much stitching done last weekend. Have I got stuff and stuff? So this is my own my own style that I'm doing with myself. That's got to be one of the best lines I've ever said, because what I've done is, I don't know if I can show you because it's on the pattern, so I'll turn it over so I can show you. I don't know if I can see. You see one and then two, and two copies into the rest of it. So basically I've put me chunks up. Last year I did Hive Rules as a proper sale. It was a Primrose Cottage sale, and that's what they did. They did sort of chunks for each month. So I've done it myself, so that I can try and get it done for Christmas. Rachel, Talking Dog, is also meant to be doing it, although I haven't seen much progress. Rachel, how are you getting on? Have you finished Nessie Mitchell yet? Just, you know, just putting it out there, just asking. So, yes, Rachel started this with us, because I think she's got it in our shop if you have a look, if you're after it. And I am doing it on a mystery linen. It's just a blue linen that I got from somewhere. And that is as far as I am. And I'm quite pleased. So my own stitch alongs that I do with me, I'm winning at. So this was meant to be month 1, done by the end of the last month. What was that? July? And this is August's month. So I'm pretty pleased. I am really quite pleased. I'm doing it, I should have said, you know, for all the, anything that's 36 count or more, shoulder, anything that's a 36 count or more, I'm doing one thread over 2. This is a 32 count, so I'm doing 2/2. And this is lying, you know, me and my age-old struggle with the threads that don't lie properly. This is lying quite nicely. So I think that's why I'm enjoying it. The threads are lying nice and it looks good. I'm looking at it feeling, yeah, I'm pleased with that. It's like a sense of accomplishment, isn't it, when something looks the way it's meant to. So I'm quite pleased with that. Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. Doing a sal with myself. What's that all about? I think what I just mean is I've broken it down into chunks so that I can get some progress, is what I mean. And the last one, I haven't got as much as I thought I had on this one as well. So I'm a little bit... is my Rachel bird. Pretty bird that I got from Rachel's shop. One of my first orders. And I did say I wanted to get a chunk of the bird done. I have got a little chunk of the bird done. Oh, I'm trying to, hang on a second. Hold that thought. I've got the thread stuck in the needle minder, you know, like stuck between the magnets. Right, that's it. Well, there. So that is it. So this is as far. So I've done his little head and I've come down here, done all his tail, put all the block work in. So it's coming on. I have got a chunk. I'd like to have got more done. I would like this finished. I'm going to give myself the next floss tube and the one after. So for the one after, so that'll be, it's what you call 2 weeks apparently. I haven't even got my phone. I'm naked. I don't know where my phone is. I was trying to look for the date. I was going to look for a calendar. But anyway, so in 2 weeks, oh, it's the 2nd today, so 2 weeks will be 16th. So by the 16th I would like to have it finished. And I love that. And that again is being done on parchment with all the called for DMC. It is charted with overdyes and DMC, and I'm doing the DMC. Love it. Love me Rachel bird. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all my stitching. So, on to gifts, retreats, and all the fun stuff. Give me a moment and I will shuffle things around. Right, I've shuffled everything around. These glasses are meant to be non-glare, but my light is so good, you see, that you're getting the glare back from it. So, the big stitch. It was fabulous, absolutely bloody fabulous. It started off in the morning. The stitching room opened at 9 o'clock, so it was at like an event centre. Yeah, it was like a science space where they have like where they showcase different events and things. Anyway, I'm not explaining it very well, but it started at 9 and I thought I don't really want to queue for an age, so I decided to go a little bit later. I knew Jacob's first presentation was 10 o'clock, so I wanted to be there before then, so I got there about 20 past 9, and as I was walking up the path, I like sneaking up on Sherrie. I always seem to sneak up on Sherrie, something like that, and I turned round and it was bloody Michelle, wasn't it? Mama loves you, GB, my hero. And you know what? Oh, where's my pants gone? That's the thing. I didn't have my pants. My big girl's pants that were lying on the floor being crumbled. I didn't have them on. So I sort of went, ah! She was just like, you're such a fool. And she says, oh, this is Christina. Whilst Ira snaps, like superstar, like, oh my God. And yeah, it was so funny, you know, because I could chat to Christine. I still kind of talk to Michelle. I still have a problem. I think I need desensitisation something training. Yeah, I've got problems. I have got problems. Got lots of problems, but yeah. And I keep telling her she's just a bloody woman. She's just another stitcher. Like, no, but she's not. So anyway, so I met her before I even went in. When I got to the door and saw Linda and Caroline, and I said, yeah, I don't know where to sit, because it was like full up. And Caroline says, oh, we'll put your name out on the tannoy. I says, what, like, come and find a lost Sherrie? she's waiting. She's waiting. She's very upset. She's very upset waiting. So anyway, it was run by Caroline Selden, who is Haystack Stitching, Linda Haddon, who is the Sampler Guild, and they are both kindred spirits, I discovered as well. I didn't realise. And then there was Andrea Bowen, a Stitchy science technician, and Sammy of Little Loops Stitching, and she's also doing old barn stitching now, with another lady called Deborah, which is like reproductions and stuff. So, and they're fabulous. Really loving them. Really loving them. So I've already got one, and I did buy another one. There's another one coming out. She had the model there for it, and I'm itching to get my hands on it. So I think she's going to be releasing that fairly soon. So watch this space. So anyway, I saw Lauren from Flosstubers, and she was like, oh, come on, we've got a spare table, a spare seat, come and sit with us. So I did. It's a bit of a lie. I didn't really sit with them. I kind of floated. I didn't even get my stitching in a hoop. Not a single stitch was taken. All of my friends were taking bets. And Sophie says, she says, if Rachel asks how many stitches you got done, tell 25. So, I mean, I'm not telling on you, Sophie, but yeah. So, and I'll put you all out your misery. Nothing. Not a single stitch for both days. Nothing. Didn't even get them in a hoop. Didn't even make an effort to look like I was making an effort. It just didn't happen. So let me have a look. And we got a gift bag as we went in. We got a lanyard with one name, and we got our exclusives of Andrea's mum, Chris, who was at the front, and then we got a gift bag as we went in, which I'll show you what was in it as well. But they had an agenda, so we had Jacob's main presentation at 10:30, and then I had a workshop. So on my lanyard it had the initials of the workshops that you were doing, so I was doing two, so it had PH and MD, I think. So it was primitive hair and Mani to Donna that I was doing. So the primitive hair, I mean, it was I was looking thinking, what they queuing up for, and I'd said to somebody, what they're queuing up for? They were like, oh no, it was something came over the tannoy, and I was busy talking obviously, and I missed what they said. And then I said to somebody, by the way, what was that? Is there something happening? No. And they went, oh, it's the primitive hair workshop. And I went, oh, right, okay. I think I'm meant to be there. I don't know. So I think I'd run up to Caroline and say, am I in that? I think I'm in that. I don't know. So, yeah, so I was in that. So after that, I put a lady called Melody in charge of my life admin, so that she made sure I was where I needed to be at all times. We'll get to that as well. So, I did the primitive hair workshop, which was, I will show you as I go. So the Spirit's Tower. So it was how to make this. And that's the button on the back. And I cannot find the button. I'll be mega peeved if I've lost it, or if I haven't picked it up. So we got all the stuff for that. A fabric backing, the stuff that you make the sides with, and she talked us through all the instructions. So we've got the instructions, like you would normally get. There is no way in God's earth I would have attempted to make that from that. So it was definitely worth going. And when you get all the kit and everything as well, that's in with your price. The only thing we didn't get was the threads for that one. But we got the braid, and I had a right problem with this. I couldn't figure out what the hell she was talking about. And the entire class was trying to explain, and I was just lost. So eventually I went, oh yeah, I kind of get it. And then I was talking to somebody afterwards, and the penny dropped. So I now know, I did know, I've probably forgotten since then. So that was that. So we did that. What did we do next? Oh, it was lunch, but I'd just come out of Primitive Hair, and I went talking. And then, was that Saturday? It was the Saturday. We had a guest speaker, Tony Buckley. Oh, I'm thinking, no, I didn't. This was the Justsewsherrie. This was Sherrie and Lauren locked outside because Sherrie kicked the rock from the fire exit. So yes, apparently her talk was very, very, very good and really interesting, and a lot more to blackwork than a lot of people thought. And there was people sitting with blackwork pieces, and they were like, oh, I haven't done any of that. So I've got no idea. Apparently it was very good. And I ended up accidentally shopping because of that. So that was fun. And then what happened? You see, I've got to look and have a see what happened. Oh, and then we had the raffle. And they had the winners. It was later on in the afternoon. The winners were called, and what they did was they had, I think there were 6, so they had just 6 big prizes, and each one was like a bag of goodies that they got. It looked amazing, to be fair. It looked fabulous. And then on the Sunday morning, I mean, I didn't leave on Saturday till, 7 o'clock. That is not me. I'm normally gone by 5, but I just had a ball, talking to people. Some of you I spoke to, getting to know new people, speaking to the only place I couldn't go, and I kept calling it the VIP table, and it was the table where Michelle was sitting. I just couldn't go over. So yeah, did I tell you about Jacob's talk? I'm getting so excited, you see. That was on Dutch embroidery, and it started with an M, and he was talking about like the they would put like dressings on their head, and then they would have like embroidered things, and the embroidered things denoted what part of their life they were in. So if they were young, or if they were married, if what their status was, all that sort of stuff. So that was really interesting. And he knows his stuff, mind. He really knows his stuff. I mean, obviously he would, but just what a lovely man. What a lovely man. But I didn't speak to him until the Sunday, and that was forced. So, because I just don't do well with famous people. I just don't. Unless it's Chris Martin, but that's another story I could tell you. But I'm still waiting for permission. So, yes, so that was Jacob's talk. I don't know if I mentioned it. If I have, I've mentioned it twice because I was so excited about it. So, what happened then? I went home. Well, I went back to my hotel. And, oh, that's right, I went and sat in Rachel and Sophie's room. They were sharing. So I went and sat with them for a little while. And sort of decompressed, and then I went up to bed, and then the following morning on the Sunday, start in the morning, leave your hotel room as you do, gets in the lift as you do, And I wear it like a rucksack 'cause it's easier on my back than trying to sort of, it's kind of the weight spread. So I suddenly thought, as I was going down, I thought, where's my car keys? I don't know where my car keys are. So there's me, right, bending down, head in me bag like this, and the door opened at floor 1, and I looked. Guess who was there? Guess who was there? Yep, Michelle and Christina. And they both burst out laughing, and I'm like, because I didn't realise it was them. I just says, oh, it's all right, I'm just looking for me. Oh, God. And by the time they'd laughed and everything, the doors had closed and they couldn't get in. So I get to the bottom, but I'm still hunting for me bloody car keys, thinking, well, I'm going to have to go back up if I can't find my car keys. So I was at the bottom and I was checking, and then the door shut again and started going back up. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, so it opened at the first floor again. And they just looked and they were like, what? I was looking for my car keys, and I found them. I have found them. So I can get there. Them two were just like, what goes on with this bloody woman? So that was Sunday morning with Michelle. I mean, it seems to always be like breakfast with Michelle. Yeah, I mean, we normally have a Sunday morning briefing, so that must be what it's like. I must be honed into Michelle in the mornings. That could be a radio slogan, couldn't it? Michelle in the morning. Oh, good God. That poor woman, what she ever did to end up with me tootling around in the fringes of our life. So, on the Sunday, what did we do? We did Jacob. Jacob did a presentation on the hem stitch. That was fascinating. And he showed us, and we got the pieces. Is it in here? Trying to remember where I put things. We did get, I can't remember where I put it, I'll come across it. But we did get the linen and the threads, and he talked us through how to do an antique hem stitch. And that was really, really interesting as well. Really worth going. And we had food and everything, and then people start to sort of disappear about sort of 2 o'clock. I went shopping. Still didn't stitch, but I went shopping. But it was just buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Oh, and that was it. Sunday, must have been 1 o'clock. Linda came up to me. She says, have you spoken to Jacob yet? I'm like, no. Why not? I said, because I'm just too scared. Just come with me. And she grabbed my hand, right? And I went a few spaces and I went, Linda, you'll have to stop. My knees are just knocking. I mean, I was like, I can't do this. I can't. She's like, don't be bloody stupid. Come on. And she took me up and introduced me to Jacob. And just what a lovely man. So comfortable in his knowledge and just in himself. He was really composed, really just an unassuming, very confident man. Really, really interesting. Knows, I mean, what he doesn't know about stitching probably isn't worth knowing. Really, really interesting conversation with him. And then Linda was bullying us again later on, saying, have you got a photo with Jacob? I says, no. She's going to ask him. I says, no, because no. And she says, you better. So I'd gone up and I bought a chart and I'd asked him to sign it. And he says, all right. And I says, Linda maybe said I could get a photo. He goes, yeah. Come on, we'll get a photo. He says, in fact, we'll go over to the big stitch. Well, shall we go over to the big stitch? And I says, yeah, that's what she said to ask you, but I wasn't brave enough. So anyway, we went over to the big stitch sign and we took the photo. Well, Sammy took the photo for us. And it was laughing because he's like, 6'2" or something ridiculous. Now I'm like 4'9". So and then she stepped back so she could get the big stitch letters in. Well, it appears me and Jacob have a big itch. That's what's on the photo. I must learn how to overlay photos, and I will do this, and I will go and try to upload a photo. So yeah, which was quite funny. So then what happened after that? I feel like, you know, when kids come back after some holidays and the teacher says, oh, you need to write about your summer holidays, and I went to the beach and then I did this and then I did that and then I did this and then I did, and that's basically what happened all weekend. I never stopped. And then we went back to the hotel and I met with some ladies that were staying there on the Sunday night, and we had tea together, which was really nice. The food was good. The food was great at the event. It was really, really nice. We had pastries and unlimited tea and coffee and juice. You know, anything you wanted was there basically. Really, really lovely. Just fabulous. Can't recommend it enough. Linda, Caroline, Andrea, Sammy, you did ace. Absolutely nailed it. So let's get on to gifts that I was actually given. And these are the best gifts. So I got this from Edita. Now I was meant to go, can you remember when I was meant to have I thought I was having an endoscopy, and it turned out I wasn't. And I cancelled my stitching weekend. Well, she'd made it for the stitching weekend, so it's got my name. It hasn't got my name, but it's got my initial S. And it's just a little like pouch. Isn't that just the cutest thing you've ever seen? Now look at this. It's just a pouch to keep knick-knacky bits in. You know, like your thimbles, or even a pack of pins would go in there. Pins, needles. Pins or needles. I think that's fab. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous? That woman's so clever. And I got this from the Big Stitch. Isn't it lovely? So, and she's so clever. She really is. Now, I need to try and remember who I got off what I got off who even. Look at that was from me for the class. I didn't, oh yeah, so I did the money did on a class on Sunday, which I haven't mentioned, but I did. Look at that. Look at her. It was a lady called, I'm sure her name was Lynn, and she said she had so much stash. She had just made so much stuff, and she went round the table saying, oh, would you like to pick something? And everybody had something. She'd made so much. I mean, the time she must have put into this. Just incredible. I think this is, I mean, the other stuff, everything I've got is wonderful, but there's something special about this little lady. She's just lovely. I love it. And then I got to choose a little pouch. She came to the table as well, and I got to choose a little pouch. So I picked up this one. Isn't this gorgeous? And these were all just from bits that she had left over from different projects. She just made a load of stuff. I mean, some people, man, are so canny. She'll go to heaven, I think. I think she's a lady that'll go to heaven. I'd be surprised if she didn't. I met Sally, Flossie Sews and Grows, on the Friday night. She stuck she stuck her head through this like kind of square thing, and that was separating people in the dining room. She was like, hello. And I was like, what? That's the sort of thing I would have done. What a lovely lady she is. And Christina from Austria, she had come over, so it was lovely to meet her, and I got these off Sally. Some floss tags, floss drops. Aren't they fab? I need to do a logo for me thing, don't I? The shiny, sorry, the light's getting on the shine. So I got them from Sally. She's definitely a lovely, lovely lady. Then I got these. So this is either a project tag or a luggage label. And I got these off a lady at my table called Dawn. And look, the big stitch. Isn't that mint? I can't wait to start and use all this stuff. I got this off Fiona, the little sweetie, in, and a little tag, and she said, she said it was her first time making them. And look, it's got a turtle on. It has got a turtle on. Couldn't be more appropriate. I have another one. I don't know where the actual thingy is, but I made the mistake of putting it in my pocket. The sweetie didn't make it, unfortunately. It was gone by the time I got to it. Melted. So I got this off Caroline. Sorry, it's probably really noisy because I've got me little needle threader. Look at this pen. Look at this pen. It's like a piece of paper with a pen in, and it works. Isn't that like, I've never seen anything like it before. And with a bit of chenille. How much is it? 5 meters. Chenille. And, oh, this was, I'm thinking what's in here, but I remember now. I'll just open it. Another pin. Isn't that beautiful? She also did a bobbin with a pin cushion on top, and it was stunning, absolutely stunning. And I was opening them in Rachel's room when we'd gone back to our room after the day, and I'd been given so much stuff. We decided that this bobbin was, I mean, it was incredible, that it needed to be seen by people. So it's gone with Sophie to be displayed in her shop. So it's gone to with a cross stitch. So it will be there in pink scissors fabric, pink scissors fabric. I always get the wrong way around. It will be there for everybody who goes in to admire, and just, it was like really, really beautiful, really gorgeous. And then off another lovely lady, I'm sure this lady was called Lynn as well, I got a little bag with a little oat catcher in. I've wanted one of these, and I meant to buy one from Andrea when I was there and I forgot. So I am pretty chuffed to have this. And it goes together and just sits on your table like a catch-all. And some sweeties that I can now eat. And a crayon for, I'm saying a crayon, it's obviously for, and I'm a paper girl, so it's for marking your charts. And this pencil, I've used this pencil, it's fabulous. A Bic pencil is really, really lovely. And some little mascara brushes. And if anyone hasn't seen, these are used for getting, if you've been frogging, you've got a whole load of stuff on your, like thread excess on your fabric, you can pick this out with it. So that was good because I haven't got any of them. So I was over the moon with them. Then a lady called Kerry, who I vaped with, came and gave me this. Look at this. Guess what it is? I nearly died. I like squealed and I was like, oh my god, you know how much I wanted one of these? It's a floss winder. Her husband made it. I was over the bloody moon. I mean, like, ridiculously over the moon. So she made this, and inside it, oh, here's me me thing. So this is what we got off Jacob for the antique hem stitch. So just a piece of linen and the threads, and he's given us the coloured threads deliberately so we could see what we were doing, but when you actually do the antique hem stitch you would use the same colour fabric. So that's where I knew I'd put it somewhere safe. I obviously thought it was safe in Kerry's. So in was a DMC, and look at this. Look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. So that will go in a special project bag. And then this, another little bobbin with a couple of pins in. It's like a little butterfly. Isn't that gorgeous? So lovely and so kind. Just blown away. Absolutely blown away. Sophie, the turtle, gave me 2 project bags. One for me and one for you. Haven't quite decided which one I like the best yet. Yeah, but once we get all the giveaways caught up, it will be one for me and one for you. So that was really kind of her. She just gave me them, which was wonderful. And then I accidentally won the raffle. I say accidentally because they kept shouting numbers, because it was all a bit, it was quite funny. They did the raffle where they put stickers under seats, so you had to lift your seat up to see if you'd won. And apparently not everybody, all the stickers were found, so they were trying to give them away by using the random numbers on your lanyard. And they were down to the last one. Now I needed to go over and see Jacob, and I was sort of itching out in my seat, and I sort of went and got up, and Linda went, "Hey, you, is that you, Sherrie? Have you won?" I went, "No, I'm 49. And she went, "Oh yeah, have it." No, bloody. And I was like, "Yes, there is a God. There is a God. I won the raffle. Accidentally, somehow, some way." They've been on for ages trying to get winners. So in the raffle I did have, which I have passed on, it was a parkin bobbin with the big stitch 24, and one of the ladies I had tea with, she stitches full coverage, I don't, so I gifted that on to her. And we got a wooden floss drops with the big stitch 2024. Isn't that fab? And some thread drops, or a thread drop I should say. And the lady who made the parkin bobbins. So that was fab. So they were all the gifts I was given. The only other thing I got was the other workshop I did, which I haven't mentioned. So it was Manny Did Honour that I did. And it was kind of a similar. It was similar, but the way she did it was very different. So this was what we made. Well, this was what we were going to make, and she made one as we were going through it. So she talked us through everything. So we got the fabric. Look at this fabric. And yes, I have serged it. Isn't that incredible? I asked if she had any with that to sell, and she didn't. But it's just, it's got the blues and the browns that I really love. Really, really love. Fabulous bit of fabric. And then we got all the bits. So the chenille, the threads, because it's to make a thread keep, a cushion, and the box. So we got all the thread keep stuff as well. We got all the fabric, and then we got all the threads to go with it. So DMC, Diamante. And these came from Corrie's little shop. So I'm looking forward to making that. I'm looking forward to making all of it. Does anybody know how we find a time extension thing to give us at least, I mean, I'm not sure 48 hours in a day would even do it. I think we'd need a week a day. So if anybody can figure that out, that would be good. Right, I'm going to put this stuff to one side and get the stuff I actually bought. Okay, using my fancy dandy desk even, I've decided to stand for a little while. So, let's start at the very beginning, which we've discussed before. Julie Andrews says it's a very good place to start. So, when we walked in, we were given, no, in fact first, we were given this. And this is my exclusives that I pre-ordered for the big stitch. I got Jan Hicks, Grateful for Everything, and that is definitely where I should live. I do live quite a lot, but sometimes I need to remind myself to be grateful for the things I have, rather than wanting more like cross stitch. But I think that's an exception to the rule. So this was Jacob's The Big Stitch 2024, and of course there was quite a lot of people started it at the retreat, which was fab, and I'm really looking forward to having a hunt for a thread to do this with, because it's got to be a variegated thread, and I'm not sure which one. I'm fancying going totally different colour, not red. I shall ponder. I shall go shopping in my craft room. Go shopping with my threads up there and my cottage garden threads, which I'll show you as well. This was the Alphabet Garden spool by Jeanette Douglas. I love this. I really, really, really love this. Stacey Nash, who of course is me bestie, her and her mum, proper besties. And this is her new series that she decided at the retreat I was at to do. She decided to do a UK version of Animal Crackers. Yes, so it's British Animal Crackers series. And this is it Harriet? Look at her man. Isn't she just lush? Isn't she proper canny? And we've got a little Union Jack. And do you know what, I'm chuffed actually, because there's so many stuff with what's it called, Stars and Spangles? Bangles? Stars and the American flag. We'll just call it the American flag. And I've always fancied trying to chart a Union Jack, just so I can literally replace the flag with a Union Jack. So now that I've got one, I suspect that little flag will be getting put on a lot more things. Thank you, Stay. Oh, and I ordered all the threads for Stacey's as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this one, look at this. Feast your eyes on that little beauty. Isn't she fabulous? She reminds me of, oh, is it the night? I know which one I mean. It's in my head and I can't get it out. Oh, it's that, you know, that really pretty woman that always, oh man, she was Bellatrix in Harry Potter. I know you're all screaming at me. You know which one I mean. And it's when she's hiding down below and she's the old bride. It's like a cartoon one, obviously. And she's the bride. Oh. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, feel free to shout at me and tell me exactly what I'm not talking about. Honestly, I just talk a lot of And then we walked in and got this gift bag. from the ladies. And in it we have an oat tin, or well, you can keep anything you want in it, I suppose. But yeah, these are fab. Love that. A thread. I'm going to have to get me glasses. So a sparkly thread, which is a wonderful, and a pen. Oh, that's a nice look. Easy Glide it's called, and it does actually glide quite easily, so I had to have a quick go there. Some stickers. Oh, I didn't know they were in. So we got some stickers, and we got, I can't show you it, but it's a one from Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, and it's a Norfolk 10 flower. Oh, it's called a Norfolk flower, sorry. And then a one from Hello from Liz Matthews, which I can't show you either because it's just the pattern, and it just says Stitch Stash Smile. We got a thing for the Sampler Guild. There's the big stitch, and this is the lady who made the Parkham bombs I was telling you about, and that's the floss thing that I won by standing up. I think it's great that I won just by standing up. I might try it again in future. When they say, oh, number 264, I'll just stand up. And they might just give us things. That would be good, wouldn't it? And then a thing for Kindred Spirit. And this is what I was talking about. I didn't know this was Caroline and Linda. I mean, why did I not know this? And they do retreats, tours, classes that are incorporated into the retreats. So check out Kindred Spirit Stitches.co.uk. No, they're on Facebook, because the other one's an email address. I need to check that. If you Google Kindred Spirit Stitches, you'll find them. And look at this, man. A little tulip. Shall I show you this? I'm a crafter. I have lots of fancy paper clips. So that is right up my street. Put them in there so that I don't lose them. Like the bloody button from the other one. We got this, which is another wonderful. Feels like silk. Maybe just cotton. Not sure, but we got that. And we got some more stuff. So this is Sammy. It's the Old Barn Stitch & Co. And Deborah Greensill. And they're doing all the reproductions now. Some of these Sammy owns, and most of them are owned by Deborah. They are amazing. I saw them at Floss Friends last year. They are incredible. We got a book, which was cool. HendricksGin.com. Little notebook of extraordinary minds, and they don't come much more extraordinary than mine. What have I got here? This was given to us on the Sunday when we did the antique hem stitch. We got this, and she is Beth, and she is Be More Creative. And this is Beth. And I don't know where I got this from. It might have been in my gift bag, it might not have been, I'm not sure. I don't remember buying it, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know how I got this. I might have stole it. Who knows? God knows. So the Mark and Sampler Christmas collection. Who knows? If anyone knows, did I steal it? Feel free. Look at this. I love this. This is Sammy and Deborah's company. Isn't this fabulous? And she had the model stitch there. It was beautiful. Really, really lovely. I'm going to stitch that soon. And we got this. Did we get this or did I buy this? I don't know. I think I might have bought this. I don't know. I'm all a little bit confused now. Anyway, this is from Haystack Stitching. I can't remember. But it's got everything in it. I could well have bought it. I don't know. I remember thinking it was really pretty. So maybe I did buy it. I don't. Who knows? Who knows? I went shopping before I ever got there though. Yeah. Talking dog was there, wasn't she? And I happened to know what room she was in. So off her I got some cottage garden threads and I got swamp gum, whatever that says. Do. Snapdragon. Birch bark. Tool shed. Thyme. Now I got 2 of these as well. I was thinking it would suit something. I can't remember what it was. I was thinking, oh, I might do that with this. Yule. And then I picked up 2 other cottage garden threads that I've kept kind of separate. So we've got Black Eco and Felix. I thought I might do a thing where I'll get all the black over dyes and do like a line of stitching or whatever with, so we can compare, because we were trying to figure out the difference between these two, and under hotel light they looked very, very, very little. Now that I'm home, that is slightly more browny, I think. But I think it would be interesting to see all the over dye blacks, and then I'll keep that like as a bit of a sampler so I can go and say, yeah, I want that black for this project or whatever. So what next? Oh, I honestly don't know. Oh, I got pins from Rachel as well. So she does the Just Another Button Company. Just Another Button Company. I got those 3. But I ordered these before I went to the Big Stitch. I also ordered, before I went to the Big Stitch, this is Lauren's Flossabilities. I love this. And I think it's important to support our own. And it's fabulous. You want to see the new one though. The new one blows you away. Absolutely. Really does. So I ordered that from Rachel from the online Stitchery. Remember, use Sherrie 5 to get your 5% discount. And I got that from Rachel as well by Blackbird. So, are you knackered? I am. I'm knackered. I mean, we started at 12, didn't we? We're now on, coming up to 3 o'clock. I know it won't be that long on the video, but I knew it was going to be a long one. So, from Linda, the Sampler Guild. I think I got this. Schoolhouse Samplers. Reminds me a little bit of Anton Uffendale with it. I think it's these trees. And I got this. Love this. Oh, la-di-da. Give something. I'm going to have to open it to see what it actually is called. Give her the fruit of her hands. Let her own works praise her in the city gates. Love that. And I got this, the leisure needle. I don't know what it's actually called. Is it Martha Ann Gilbert? It just says the leisure needle, I'm not sure. And I got some more fabric. Sotima 48 count ivory. So another nice fine fabric that I can use at some point. From Curry's little shop, I got this. It's not cross stitch, but it's some silk shading, and I do embroidery. Well, I have done. I haven't done any recently, but I do have it, and I do have it hanging up in my bedroom. Hawkins Hobbies. I got this. I love that. I'd like to start that soon. I got this one. Luna. I'm trying to collect all of the Witching Pixies. I'm doing Xenia at the moment. Look at this one. I've had my eye on this for a while. Electra. Isn't she fabulous? So I got her and I treated myself. Because nothing else is a treat really, is it? Is it Alania? Alania? Alinia? Alania? Alinia, I think. Alinia. So I got it kitted. So it's got all the beads and all the threads, but I didn't want the fabric. I find the fabric too harsh. Don't like the fabric with Justsewsherrie fabric at all. So you could buy it with different things, whether it was just the pattern or, you know, just the fabric and not the threads kind of thing. So I went for that. Now I saw this at Floss Friends, I'm sure it was, on the finished table. It is stunning. I mean, like, ridiculously stunning. I'm not convinced I'll ever actually get to the end of making it because it looks really difficult. Well, it's very complicated, but my God, the end result will knock you off your feet. Right. Hang on to your hat, Hinny. We're coming. Hinny's a Geordie word. Right. I got... Let's go from the beginning. Oh, shoot. I've got a bit. So from Caroline, from Haystack Stitching, I got... Maybe I didn't buy that other one because all my haystack stuff that I bought's here. So I got that one. Christmas jumper series. She got some fab ones as well. I loved this. Santa's Helper. Look at that. And this. Santa's Coming. I think it's just dead canny. I really like them. I always say that, like, I really like them. I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't bloody like them. So, Manny did honour. I was sucked right into the box building after the class. To be fair, this isn't a box building, but you had all the models there. So the blue peacock sewing set. This is gorgeous in real life, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we all know it doesn't. They don't look a thing. I got this one, working in the garden sewing box. Isn't that? I love this thread keep thing. And look at this, the acorn sewing purse. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there was Tammy's Treasures, who I've not come across before, but she had some really more unusual things. So I got this, Barrack Samplers. I got this one. This is another Barrack Samplers. I like this. And this reminds me very much of Raven. Is it Raven Bewitched it's called? It's a Halloween one. I've got it kitted up actually, ready to go. But it reminds me a little bit of that. This one is the Theron Traditions band sampler. And this comes with the threads, and it's like a wool almost. The lady, Tammy, did tell me all about it, but I think my brain was just that full by then that there was no more room to be squished in. And this, the companion Quaker, the Good Housewife. Like that. So I got them. Got this one from Sammy. And I'm waiting for, she's done one that Adita stitched the model for, and oh, I mean it's just beautiful. Some fabric from Megan, that's probably nearer the colour, and yeah, and these are both, that one's 36 count, oh, 46. I'm obviously feeling very brave getting a dark colour in 46. Either that or I couldn't see by then. Is this all primitive hair? Could well be. No, no, not quite. So from Primitive Hair, I got that, which is the Bolin linen. I got this one, which is Old New England. Old New England. Yeah, it is Old New England. That's the sort of thing I would come up with. It smells like fire. And I got this one, which, yes, I have serged it. I was doing a little bit of serging yesterday, so I got a couple of them done. So the witches, oh, it's upside down. And I've got the pattern to go on this as well. In fact, I'll show you the pattern because it'll... Yep, that'll be the last one I find, that one. So I got that pattern. Witches of Salem. I hope you can't hear that. There's Egypt's round here with motorbikes. So that will be amazing on there. And I got this one. And I think, I can't remember which this one is. I think it was, I can't remember. But I got that one as well. I'll have to. I got these from Corrie. I can use them either for stitching or for hanging. What do you call it? Displaying. I got these for my high counts. I got the pastel collection from Paintbox. It was Pain-Free Crafts, I think, was there. I think that was where I got this from. And from Primitive Hair, I got that. I won't use it as a floss drop. It will be used as decor. And I got that. Aren't they fab? Aren't they just me? Me to a T. I got this one. Hair Seasons. Which I loved. Oh, this one I'll show you this, but it's not mine. This is for the turtle. Sophie. For Elizabeth II. I've not seen this advertised anywhere, but I'm sure some of you would love to, and I had to get Isabella to sign it for her. The Witch of Oldern. Now this is about Isabel Gowdy. She's a Scottish witch, and rumour had it that she would turn into a hare, so that's why it's the Witch of Oldern Aldine. I'm going to stitch this without the hair. I'm not a rabbit. I'm just going to, it'll be easy enough to chart in the background colour. So I'm going to do that. I got Jane Austen needle book, Queen of the Needles series, sorry, and this is the same Christmas Queen of the Needles. I've got another couple as well. At some point I might do some stitching of these instead of the just collecting part. Look at this. So obviously I just want it for Cat Mom, although I'll have to rechart it and put an A in, Cat Mom. We have mams here in the northeast. And last but very, very, very definitely not the least, Modern Folk Embroidery. So we got a couple of charts just put on our table on the Sunday, how to stitch Frisian letters and the open hem. We got that as well to take away with us. And I then bought Put a Bird on It. I've been eyeing this up for a while. And I got Pillow Talk. A Frisian, because that's easy for me to say. So it's got loads of different alphabets in, well, 4 different alphabets in. So I got that, and I got that. And I got one signed for me. It wasn't meant to be for me. It was meant to be for you. But he put my name on and I was like, oh! Number 1, he knows my name. I didn't even realise. And number 2, I went into that, yeah, just keep going, yeah. And I didn't have the guts to ask him to sign another one. So I have got 2 of these. One is for a giveaway. You nearly had a signed one. Yeah. And that is why I'm exhausted. Yeah. Okay. Are you as knackered as I am? But I look around my room, you know, I'll be honest, when I've just gone through everything there, I didn't realise how much stuff I had. It's almost obscene, really. The things I was given, though, they're the ones that are the most precious to me. That people have took time to make things and give them to me. Anybody who makes something, gives something away, is a friend. Is a friend indeed. And I'm just, yeah, beyond blessed. Beyond blessed I am. So the weekend was fab. Thank you to Melody, who attempted to keep my life admin together. She was meant to be on point for getting me to the Mani Didonna class, since I nearly missed the primitive hair one. And it was 10 o'clock on the Sunday morning, and it turned out it wasn't. They'd moved it forward to 9:30, so I was blaming Melody. Well, you should have known. Poor woman. E God. Yeah, I never stopped laughing, mind, all weekend. It was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And they're not even going to do it next year. Nope. The amount of people who've said to me, I've seen the pictures on Instagram, I think I'll go next year. I'm like, I think you won't, because it's not happening. They will do another one in 2026. So hold on to your hats, because I suspect it will be much bigger in 2026, because I think people will have seen how well it went and how much we got for our money. Yeah, worth every penny. Worth every penny. So, where am I? Giveaways. Glasses. So my best friend came round yesterday, and she's proper Geordie. And she's like, "Are your glasses only got one leg?" I went, "She went, you're a proper clamp at you, like." I need to buy cross-stitch stuff. But I have news. I have an appointment with the optician on Monday. I may have new glasses soon. Not guaranteeing, and see how much they are, because I've got a habit to keep, you know. So let's go to giveaways. So last week we redrew the card for Rachel's online Talking Dog online stitchery. Or is it online stitchery? Yeah, it's online. It's not online Talking Dog stitchery, is it? It's Talking Dog Rachel's Place. I think we're going to have to rename it Rachel's Place. Rachel, if you're watching, sorry, but I can't keep up with four words. I can't figure out which order they're going. So yes, it was a £15 gift voucher to celebrate the opening of Rachel's online shop. And unfortunately the last person didn't get in touch with me, so it's been drawn again. And I know someone at the door, hang on. Flipping people selling stuff. Go away, I'm busy trying to give stuff away. So now I know this person comments nearly every time, so I know they will get in touch with me very soon. So the person who won Rachel's gift card is, and I'll put it under here, Mamgus Attic. Mamgus_Attic. So give me a shout. Obviously you've got to have an email address because I need to send the email to you with the whatever it is in it. I'll have to find it first. It was so long ago. And the second one was the Mill Hill kit that Rachel very kindly gave me to give away. And the person who won that is, and again I see this lady commenting a lot, Roxanne Green 5722. So Roxanne Green 5722. So if you can both get in touch with me, we'll get those sent out. Once I've got them sent out, I can possibly do another giveaway. I need to do another giveaway soon because, 16th of August, 1 year on Flosstube. How did that happen? It happened because I had me pants on. That's how it happened. It's always back to the big pants, isn't it? Yes. Anybody puts big pants on, you can do anything. So, big girls' pants anyway. Although if you're a boy, you could put big boys' pants on. I mean, that's fine. Who am I? Well, you could wear big girls' pants. You do you. You do you. So, yes, I will need to have a giveaway for that, and that is on the 16th, so that's not next week but the week after. So is that it? Please let it be it. I'm knackered, ladies and gentlemen. I'm knackered. Gratitude. So for me, and this is something I have encountered in my life, I won't go into details, but I guarantee that my final thought for today, I have adapted into my life. I need to be careful to adapt it all the time. Sometimes I forget, but yeah. So without further ado, today's final quote comes from Willie Nelson, and it says, "When I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around." Bye for now.